Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Heyman and I'm so happy to have you here. This is your safe space for all things related to spirituality, relationships, energy healing, channeled intuitive guidance, feeling empowered, cord cutting, anything that's going to help you heal and feel empowered to take your path going forward. And with that in mind, this reading is a combination of my own intuitive insights for the past over 10 years, 10 to 20 years, and as well as a mix of tarot guidance as well. And I've been talking about karma, ego, spirituality, and all of that, but now I'm also implementing it in my tarot readings to get better insights into what's happening with my own journey as well as what's happening with the collective as well. So today's reading is kind of to figure out, since this has been the year of the wood snake, ending of past karmic cycles and what karmic reset is happening, what is ending basically for the collective and what is beginning, and what's shifting. And this reading particularly is about what's ending in relationships and how the relationship dynamic is shifting and changing over the years and what we can expect going forward. So I have been going through my own challenges in my relationships from as far back as I can remember. But it's also helping me dig deeper and figure out how I can use this pain to convert it into something that can help me heal as well as those around me or anywhere in the world going through similar challenges and how they can heal and help themselves as well, with respect to healing with the pain and with finding peace again. So I had a few hits that I was getting over the years as to the fact that I couldn't understand why relationships were happening, why we all had to get married, or why we had to get into a relationship, or like what was happening. And at some point, I felt with my own um, challenges, situation, and issues that I was going through in my own marriage. So I felt like at some point I felt that going forward, people are not going to be viewing marriages the same or relationships. It's like I thought that it might get obsolete at some point. And while that was a thinking that I had for a good 10 years, later I realized that it's good that that kind of ending happened because then you realize it's not just an ending, there has to be a new beginning as well. And also, this is giving rise to a change in the relationship dynamic. So it's not just relationships or love becoming obsolete because ultimately, at the end of the day, we are learning to release all of the past ways of, the survival mode, getting into relationships for protection, security, codependencies, attachments, and those survival kind of mindset that we had earlier for mainly for stability, security, protection, and all of that. But that dynamic, that mindset has changed, and now it has shifted into something really beautiful because of all the pain, all the struggles, and all the endings that we've gone through. People have started changing their mindset. There are so many breakups of failed relationships, divorces, struggles, really bad divorces going on all around, and also a whole lot of people who are not even choosing marriage, or they're choosing to get married really late, like after 30s. And at least that neediness I see is going or dimming, and the divine feminine are finding peace with their own work life balance and figuring out that they don't need to get married to make their parents happy or to please society, and the whole concept of people pleasing is ending now and giving rise to confidence and more positivity, growth, and a kind of love that is really pure, that is not um, that you don't get into a relationship now because it's something that you have to do as a natural progression, but more out of a need for just companionship, to be able to share your thoughts without being judged, without fear, and by feeling safe, and truly experiencing love for what it's really like learning to love yourself as well as the connection with your with your counterpart and with the divine. The main thing that we're here is to come back to source. And how do we do that? By cleansing and healing and releasing all our ego mindset, our lower energies, anger, attachment issues, desires, fear, overthinking, anxiety, and all that keeps us stuck and doubting ourselves or our worth. So let's get into a tarot guidance now and see what's happening with this karmic cleanse. So I asked a few. So the spread was about figuring out what is changing the relationship dynamics. So the first question I asked was, what is ending for us as a collective? And the card I got was the Queen of Cups. So this throws light on the fact that we as a collective, especially the divine feminine, have been in a phase of overgiving, carrying the entire emotional weight of relationships on our head, being like healers and fixers and nurturing and caring and just repressing our own emotions and feelings, and also becoming codependent, needy, oversensitive, and emotional around love and relationships, and having unrealistic expectations out of love, being too codependent or too nurturing, too caring, overgiving, not being able to trust your own intuition and not honoring your own feminine aspect, and becoming self sacrificial. So, all of this is ending because you're learning that love is not everything, that love is something that you need to feel for yourself first to be able to share it with someone else. Because if you don't love yourself, you will attract relationships that will make you doubt your worth, or make you or test you to start healing yourself and to address emotions that you have suppressed all this while, and to change your own perception about relationships as well. So that's what is ending. And why? So the next question I asked is why it started. We got the King of Wands for that, and this is such a masculine energy. This is not, I'm not talking about the divine masculine or feminine, take it however it resonates, but just the energy itself. So the Queen of Cups is a very feminine energy, very soft, sensitive, caring, nurturing, and the shadow aspect of it is becoming too much of it, too overgiving, too oversharing, too too emotional, too kind, someone who's suppressing herself, her desires, her feelings, her true feelings, and afraid to express herself. And the King of Wands is here to help us understand that why it started. So this could be from a place of learning to be more empowered and to set boundaries, and to understand that it's not right. You've been getting these nudges probably, and now you're understanding that it's not right to be dominated or controlled by someone in a relationship. A relationship has to be balanced, it has to be mutual. That is the core of everything. That's what we're understanding. And so we're releasing being dominated by the masculine or ego mindset, and control issues as well, because the King of Wands is someone who can be the shadow aspect of a King of Wands could be someone who is egoistical, controlling, dominating, narcissistic. To a really bad extent, it could be abusive as well. And so, why this started is to bring back balance and to harmonize your own yin and yang energy, to set healthy boundaries around love and relationships. And maybe you were also drawn to this kind of um energy or this kind of people. So, if you are someone who's an empath, sensitive, and over caring, over giving, you could be drawn to someone who's controlling, narcissistic, dominating, and egoistical. So this is why it could have started. So you were learning or being made or being forced to understand that you need to feel empowered for yourself before you can do anything for anyone else. Bring back your own sense of self worth, your dignity, your self care, your self love, and to learn to understand that you deserve to be treated right. You don't deserve to be abused by anyone, whether it's in a family relationship dynamics, whether it's at work, whether it's love relationships. Understanding to set healthy boundaries for yourself and become more empowered. And the next question I asked is what keeps it alive? And I got the 10 of cups. So, what keeps it alive is this whole need, like, we were told earlier you have to get married at a certain age. So, the whole uh, need to want relationship harmony, emotional wellness, or to think that, stability comes only in a safe environment of, the institution of marriage is going to make you feel safe and happy and whole and help you with your own emotional wellness and with stability, also with understanding that your own emotional maturity is really important when you're trying to start a family dynamic and to help you feel like you belong to a family or you need to get into a family dynamic to procreate or to nurture a beautiful happy family together and also to connect with your soul family and the oneness of it all. And basically the 10 of cups is here reminding us that putting up with all of this kind of behavior, you being overgiving and them being controlling, and then hoping that everything is just going to be okay because you're told that you need to be mature, you need to be emotionally mature, you need to put up with stuff, you need to be a nurturing figure, nurturing, caring figure, you need to have children and care for them and everything. Like you could have been shown a version of a family dynamic that made it look like there was someone coming in to rescue you, or um, marriage is like a cure all and end all, a happy ever after. So, all of those unrealistic expectations out of love, all of those wrong beliefs of love, all that was what made you tolerate all of that, or maybe you had your own inner child healing on your own. What you observed in your childhood, you felt that was okay, and so you continued that into your own relationship dynamic. And the shadow behind this, I got the justice card. So this is basically about you speaking your truth and being authentic in a relationship, and to probably it was really hard for you to, due to fear of being controlled or suppressed, which led to people pleasing and hiding your own emotions and desires and thoughts and feelings and needs. And so there was a imbalance that was created. You were probably expecting fairness for some sort of closure. And this is the justice card is really about karmic justice. It throws light on the fact that there was an imbalance in the masculine feminine energies and power play. A fear of insecurity and instability and a need to be protected was dominant in the feminine. That was a shadow that you needed to work on to be able to just express yourself freely and to feel safe in a relationship. And that was imbalanced. The whole yin yang energy was completely imbalanced. And so now I also checked what will free you. And I got the Ace of Cups. So this is about you being innocent, expecting a fresh start, expecting some sort of an emotional renewal, expecting pure, authentic love. Or you could have been someone who was loyal, committed, um, loving, loyal, and you were someone who was caught up in this whole control dynamic, which made you question the whole need of being in a relationship. So you could have wanted pure, authentic love, and you wanted to be, you wanted a love which was free of fear, judgment, or conditions, or even unreal expectations, whether from yourself of the relationship or your partner. You wanted a love that makes you feel loved, safe, heard, free, equal, and something that gives you emotional satisfaction. So you could have been craving these fresh starts or emotional renewal. This is something that will set you free, to know that you are enough on your own and that you deserve love just like everyone else. And the universe is here to love you, and your concern should only be with your relationship with the universe, and surrender all of your relationship issues, emotional issues, and basically all of your issues to the universe, and trust that the universe will help you and guide you and bring back this fresh start, this emotional renewal, and this sense of pure love like it's meant to be. This is something that will set you free. Also, I checked on what the outcome would be of this of such a relationship, and I got the Page of Cups. So this is a phase of new beginnings, of love that comes with compassion, forgiveness, where you can express yourself freely and allow yourself to be surprised continuously, where communication doesn't feel strained or blocked, where you can be honest and learn to grow together, where you heal your past wounds together and allow each other a safe space to speak or to listen and to explore your own unique journey, as well as what you both bring to the relationship dynamic, where you don't cease to be amazed by each other, where love feels pure and memorable, and where you accept each other the way you are and learn to love each other honestly, loyally, and with mutual harmony and consent. So to just summarize all of this, you could be going through, releasing a karmic cycle of emotional overgiving tied to a fiery dominant archetype. It's sustained because you were brought up to tolerate others irrespective of how they are, and you wanted a safe, stable home. Your shadow was yearning for a karmic justice, but as you embrace self love, a new chapter opens with lighter relationships, with emotional healing, and with a restored heart. I hope this didn't feel too heavy for you, but this is something that I'm beginning to see. It's also a good hope for the future that now you get into relationships for the right reasons at the right stage of your life, when you are ready, when you don't chase, when you attract, and when you are truly ready to embrace a relationship from a safe space, from an emotional, mature mindset, and you're ready to put in the right kind of effort and not get into relationships that are draining you, that are making you feel any less, and you're not settling for anything less than what you deserve. Do let me know if this resonated with you in the comments below. Thank you.